Hey YouTube, Skipper T here. The other day I picked up a cover that I'm hoping will fit over top of my LA Police Gear operator's backpack. Anyway, I picked this up. It says Bluefield on the label here. Got this off Amazon. I'll put the link down below so that you guys can get to it if you want to check it out for yourself. This is the, I think it's a 35 liter. It's the medium size, 30 to 35 liter if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'll put the full description in the link below. But anyway, a couple of things. It's a real lightweight nylon. I don't know if it's actually waterproof, but most likely it is at least water resistant. Comes in its own nice little bag, and I got to tell you what, this thing is grams in weight. It is not very heavy at all, but it's got some good stitching on it and things like that. You guys can see the name here. Anyway, on the description on Amazon, it showed that as having this Bluefield name in the center of the cover itself. And this is what it looks like as we get it out of the bag. It's pretty good size. Again, this is the medium sized one. And in fact, right across the center of here, so that is not a watermark picture on the internet. That is actually a big old sticker. It's like a rubberized type material, and it was right across the center of here. It was probably 8 or 9 inches wide, 4 or 5 inches tall, big bright blue and white, which, you know, frankly, I bought a camouflaged pack cover, and camouflage, just by the nature of its name itself, indicates that it's for stealth purposes. And then having a big blue and white sticker on it, well, it's just not what I wanted. And I got to be honest with you, it took me 2 nights, probably 3 hours, picking that and peeling that little rubber sticker off of there. The second night I finally got smart, hit it with the hair dryer, got it nice and warm, came off a little bit easier. But I was a little bit surprised to find that that was actually on the outside of this particular bag. So beware of that. That is not a watermark on the photo. That is actually a sticker that came on this thing. So anyway, it's kind of squarish in its design. It's got some good stitching on it. It's got an elastic cover with it, or correction, elastic cord in here, and it does have the drawstring, so once you get it into position you can pull it down tight around the pack. And since I got the backpack out, as you guys are probably familiar with my LA Police Gear Operator backpack, and if you're not familiar with it via my videos, I'm sure you've seen it in others, this is a fantastic pack. I just never leave home without it. It always rides in the back of my car. It's my get home bag / 72-hour bag, whatever you want to call it. It's not my full-on bug-out bag, so to speak, because I'd carry a heck of a lot more equipment with me, because, well, frankly, if you're bugging out, you're moving out, and that's not my primary objective. So anyway, let's lay this down. You can see I've got the Condor H2O pouch on here. I've done another review on it. We'll get the bag out. Now the bag is nice. It's a fairly heavyweight material. It looks like it's got a good coating, a PVC type coating on the inside. Looks like it's got some seam seal in the stitching here. It does have a grommet on the bottom for water drainage. So, you know, it's got quite a few neat features on it, other than the fact that it's designed to cover your backpack. So, again, this being the medium one, is this going to fit over this pack? It should do so without any problems whatsoever. And it appears as though it's going to work out just fine. Alright. Get it pulled up around the sides here. Tied up around the bottom. Now with the Condor bag on there, it is making the pack a little bit deeper this way. But it looks like it's going to cover it okay. So we'll get that in. We'll pull up on the drawstrings a little bit here. And it looks like it's going to cover about 90%. Again, if I did something different with that Condor bag, it would be okay. Obviously, we're still going to have plenty of room for the straps up here. This bag might be a little bit big. Maybe I should get a small one for this particular backpack. But hang on, we'll move this back and see what it looks like mounted. All right. Okay. So now it's on. Can't see that. You know, obviously the chest straps are still going to be fine. You know, it's got the waist straps on it so that you can buckle this around. Make it a bit more comfortable for hiking. But overall, that might just do the trick. If I had to, I could always wrap a paracord around it, make it a little bit smaller. Again, they come in 3 different sizes. They've got a small, the medium, and the large. This would probably fit easily over the medium Alice pack. Do a pretty good job on that. All I wanted was something to keep the rain off of my primary get home bag, 72-hour bag, which is what this is. And I think that's going to do okay. Now I don't know how much it moved when I put it on because obviously I can't see behind me. But again, I've got those other bags here, you know, here with that condor pouch that's pulling it out because it appears to be, oh, maybe 8 or 9 inches deep. So if I didn't have the external canteen, which frankly I would move and carry on the hip belt anyway so that I could grab a hold of it and drink. Might do something different with the condor bag. It's plenty tall enough, so technically speaking, I could take the condor bag and move it down and carry it down here. I've got a couple of beaners. There's 4 straps down here. So I could tie that off on the bottom or use the molly straps all together for that. But all in all, I'm happy. I'm impressed with this. I think this one might be a little bit too big for this particular pack. What I think I'll do is, if you guys give me a few minutes here, I'll stuff the Alice pack with a big old sleeping bag just to fill it up, and we'll see how it fits over that. So stay with me. Okay guys, got my Alice pack out. It's on the military frame, obviously. And so I went ahead and wrapped this up. All I've got inside here is just the black MMS sleeping bag, the cold weather one. So there's actually quite a bit of extra room. I'm not using any of the top straps on this, nor do I have any of the external pockets filled up. This is just kind of a general overall test. So the bag itself is, you know, the top of the pack probably comes up to about here. So there is some extra material up here. So I'm just going to kind of roll and fold that. Obviously there's good, you know, adhesion here. You'll be able to get to it. It's going to cover that up pretty good. The pack itself could be a little bit deeper, especially if we're going to carry some external stuff on here or fill up these external pockets. But again, the objective of this cover is just to keep as much water off of your backpack as long as possible, basically, until you can get to somewhere where you can effect shelter and get it up off the ground and let things dry out, get a fire built, etc. So overall, I'm not disappointed with this. It's got a few strings that need to be trimmed off of it, just some fine touch-up stuff. It does appear to fit. Obviously, it's going to sit on the back side. Take the bolt down. So it is going to do its job. It's going to cover things nicely. Obviously, because it's only, you know, yay deep or so, about the width of your hand, maybe your finger and your pinky. That's probably 8 inches or so. It's probably 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches deep. So it would probably behoove it to be a little bit deeper. Overall, the smaller one I think would work better for the LA Police Gear Operator backpack. That's my favorite one right here. It's one I carry with me all the time. And all of the peripheral equipment that's on it. It'd be good for, the smaller one would be good for the Alice pack itself. Again, my only issue here would be the depth. And again, you know, a lot of backpacks aren't, you know, real wide as far as depth are concerned. A lot of times they're taller and narrower. Maybe I'll stuff this in the Grand Teton and this backpack in here, the big black one that I've got, or correction, this sleeping bag in the big black Teton. I think it's the 4000 that I have. And we'll see how this medium-sized cover fits on it, so stay with me. Okay guys, now I've got the, looks like the 35-liter Grand Teton bag. And as you can see, this fits this a lot nicer. You know, it's got a couple of side pockets on it that this would allow for a lot more. I would not be able to carry like an external sleeping roll on the top here for this particular portion of it. But overall, that snugs down and fits that pretty good. Looks like I might have to get the small one for these other backpacks, the medium-sized Alice, and for my LA Police Gear Operator one. But for the Teton bag, I think that's about a perfect fit. Let you guys kind of see that there. Yeah, comes all the way around, snugs in nicely. This backpack isn't nearly as deep this direction because, again, it doesn't have the external bags that I'm carrying on the LA Police Gear Operator one. Doesn't have the 3 pouches like the Alice pack has. But overall, I think this one fits this backpack beautifully. And again, this was the medium-sized bag. So all in all, guys, with the exception, and you might be able to see some of the glue that's left on right here, this big cover or sticker that said Bluefield on it, like it does on the bag here. You know, great guys, put it on the bag, but don't put it on the backpack. Or the backpack cover. That just didn't make any sense to me. But overall, guys, I think this will do the trick. You know, just a lot of single stitching on it and stuff like that. But overall, this isn't something you're going to carry every day. It's not, or I mean, you're going to carry it every day, but it's only going to be used on occasions, and I think this is going to hold up well enough for those tasks that are out there. Come the spring, we're going to find out for sure. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, keep your eyes open, keep your heads up, and we'll see you outside.